Good morning, all of you. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about a 10th class chemistry. We already started recording 10th class chemistry in accordance with the syllabus. So here, today's topic is about Unit 3, acids, bases, and salts. From this unit, we are going to cover baking soda, washing soda, and plaster of Paris. These are the chemical components. In this session, we are going to discuss about what are the probable methods of these compound synthesis and subsequent applications in our day-to-day life. These concepts are going to be covered in today's lesson. Now let us enter into our actual concept. So that is baking soda, washing soda, and plaster of Paris. Now let us see baking soda first. Just a wait. So this is about baking soda. Baking soda is chemically given as sodium hydrogen carbonate. NaHCO3 is called baking soda, which is chemically known as sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is represented in the form of amorphous state, means powdery form of the compound is given, and its a chemical composition will be NaHCO3, sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is the kind of amorphous substance or powdery substance, whichever available. And let us see how this compound can be synthesized by taking sodium chloride ammonia solution and treating with water and carbon dioxide gas. It is possible to synthesize ammonium chloride, sodium hydrogen carbonate. This is about the probable chemical synthesis for sodium hydrogen carbonate called baking soda. The byproduct will be ammonium chloride. Along with this, the main product sodium hydrogen carbonate will be synthesized. In order to get this, what we are taking, let us see whether equation balanced or not. So here one sodium atom is there, here also one sodium atom, and one chlorine is there, here also we have one chlorine. Then hydrogens are 3 plus 2. Total 5 hydrogens are present in the reactant species. Here we have 4 hydrogens, here 1 hydrogen is there. Hydrogen atoms also balanced. Let us count the number of nitrogen atoms. Here 1 nitrogen is there. In the product also we have 1 nitrogen atom. Oxygen atoms are 1 plus 2. 3 oxygen atoms are present in the starting material. Even in the product we have 3 oxygen atoms. Hence we can say equation is completely in the balanced state. What are the ingredients required for this sodium hydrogen carbonate? One will be the table salt, that is called sodium chloride, and added with ammonia solution, and one more component will be water. Another will be carbon dioxide gas will be added. All are added in the equimolar ratio. Equimolar ratio in the sense 1 mole of sodium chloride, 1 mole of ammonia, 1 mole of water, 1 mole of carbon dioxide got mixed. Here, when all these 4 ingredients are mixed in the equimolar ratio, one of the component will be sodium bicarbonate and another component will be ammonium chloride. Here is the ammonium chloride. This is about the synthetic pathway for baking soda. So in this way, baking soda can be synthesized. Now let us see what are the basic applications of this baking soda, where we can apply this baking soda. So basically, baking soda is applied in an industrial pathway. It is the essential source of starting material for the synthesis of sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate have various kind of applications. In order to synthesize sodium carbonate, it is very much required sodium bicarbonate as a starting material. Upon heating, sodium bicarbonate got converted into sodium carbonate, right? So this is one of the application. And during the sodium bicarbonate to sodium carbonate, another byproducts are water and carbon dioxide. Whatever carbon dioxide released in the reaction can also used for baking of food materials. While cooking food, this baking powder is also known as edible soda, which can be used for baking of food materials, especially cake and bread can be baked based on the release of carbon dioxide during its decomposition upon heating, right? Let us see one more time. sodium bicarbonate. Upon heating, we may get sodium carbonate, water, and carbon dioxide. In this reaction, we find two applications. One is industrial synthesis of sodium carbonate, because sodium carbonate is one of the important component which is required in our day-to-day life, right? So for that purpose, we are applying the sodium bicarbonate or baking soda as the starting material. And in this equation only we have another application. That application is release of carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide released in the reaction, is essential for baking food materials. Cake and bread can be baked by using the sodium bicarbonate. So here we found two applications within the single reaction. And next is about another application is antacid. Here, antacid is a chemical substance which used to neutralize the stomach gastric acid. Okay, everybody are most familiar that in our gastric region there is a secretion of hydrochloric acid. It is very essential for catalyzing the augmenting food digestion process, and also used for the secretion of pepsin, which is very essential for protein digestion process. So apart from that, another enzyme stimulation is also possible, and within the short span of time, entire food digestion process will be completed. That's the reason why hydrochloric acid, which is known as gastric juice, can be utilized for catalyzing food digestion process. Complex food materials can be fragmented into small pieces in the presence of stomach acid, right? If this acid secreted in the large excess, what happens? There is a possibility of stomach burning and also causes stomach ulcers, and wounds can be generated, mucus will be damaged, and so many kind of diseases like ulcers and another infections also possible if it is generated in the excessive quantity. That's the reason why it is very essential to treat that by neutralizing with a mild basic condition. Being baking soda is a mild base, it used as an antacid and used to neutralize the stomach acid generated. That's the reason why this is another application of baking soda. And next is about fire extinguisher. Everybody know that whenever fire is present, so carbon dioxide having the provision to stop that, to retard the flame, right? So oxygen used to illuminate the flame, whereas carbon dioxide having the tendency to retard that, right? That's the reason why soda acid can be used. Soda acid combination. Soda stands for baking soda, acid stands for sulfuric acid, right? So this fire extinguisher can be composed of this soda acid. Here is the complete description of this fire extinguisher. What are the components present in this? Here is the nozzle which used to give the gas whichever released during the reaction, right? So here carbon dioxide gas will be released from this outlet which used to retard the flame, and here is the cap which used to cover all the ingredients whichever present within the container, and here is the tube which is dipped into the mixture of sodium hydrogen carbonate solution and dilute sulfuric acid, right? Here in this container we have dilute sulfuric acid and sodium hydrogen carbonate mixture, so that carbon dioxide gas will be liberated from this nozzle, right? And wash bottle, this entire system is said to be a wash bottle, and one igniting tube should be there. So whenever we are switching on, what happens? So that used to release that gas whichever present in this. So this is about the entire description of fire extinguisher, which is composed of soda and acid. Here sulfuric acid, one more is sodium hydrogen carbonate solution will be present within, right? So this is another application of this baking soda. And next is about sodium bicarbonate also having antiseptic property, right? So mild antiseptic property is there. That's the reason why it used to kill germs, pathogens whichever causing diseases. So it is the essential ingredients which is present in betadine. So it is a skin cleaner, and we can say it is a hand sanitizer, right? So in this way, baking powder found applications. Let us recall all the things whatever given under this baking soda. Baking soda is sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is chemically known as NaHCO3. It is the amorphous substance, powdery form compound. It is made up of sodium chloride, ammonia, water, and carbon dioxide. Whenever all these four components got mixed in the equimolar ratio, there is a formation of sodium hydrogen carbonate, and one more compound will be ammonium chloride, right? So let us see the applications of this baking soda. Baking soda is very essential for industrial synthesis of sodium carbonate. Along with this, carbon dioxide is also evolved. The evolved carbon dioxide is very essential for baking of cake and bread, other edible substances. So it will augment, it will fasten the food cooking process, right? So that's why baking soda is also known as edible soda, right? In other applications, it used to neutralize the stomach acid, and also fire extinguisher used to stop the flames and fires, accidental flames and fires. It is composed of dilute sulfuric acid and sodium hydrogen carbonate. Upon mixing, carbon dioxide gas evolved, which used to stop the flames, right? And it also find mild antiseptic property, hence it is used to kill the pathogenic microorganisms. It is essential component of betadine, right? So this is about entire concept of baking soda. Now let us enter into second concept, what we discussed in the starting of this class, that is washing soda. Washing soda is chemically known as Na2CO3 10H2O, and the chemical name will be sodium carbonate decahydrate. 10 water molecules are associated with sodium carbonate. Hence, we can say it is sodium carbonate decahydrate. It is known as washing soda. Then how it can be synthesized? In order to synthesize this washing soda, the starting material will be baking soda. Just now we discussed in the applications of baking soda, it is the essential ingredient for industrial synthesis of sodium carbonate. That's why when sodium bicarbonate, upon heating, sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide, and water can be generated. How the process will be possible? So we have to take the test tube. In the test tube, sodium bicarbonate should be inserted, and exactly we have to weigh the component whatever we are taking inside the sodium bicarbonate, and directly it kept on the Bunsen flame. So whenever it's subjected to heating, got decomposed, dissociated into sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide, and water, right? So it should be cool to room temperature, and obviously there is a loss of weight is possible, because when bicarbonate converted into carbonate, there is a release of carbon dioxide and water molecules are possible, right? So here, when sodium carbonate generated in this, sodium carbonate is anhydrous in nature, but that is not the exact washing soda. What is washing soda? Washing soda is sodium carbonate decahydrate. Now what we have to do, we have to hydrate by the addition of 10 moles of water. Whenever sodium carbonate is added with 10 moles of water molecule, there is a formation of sodium carbonate decahydrate. Sodium carbonate decahydrate will be formed. This is about the process of synthesis for this washing soda. Washing soda is sodium carbonate decahydrate. Na2CO3 10H2O is known as washing soda, where sodium bicarbonate was taken in the dry test tube, subjected to direct heating on the Bunsen flame for the longer time, so that here the compound can decompose into sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide, and water, right? So this anhydrous sodium carbonate can be added with 10 moles of water, so that sodium carbonate and water will be generated, right? This is called a washing soda. So now let us see what are the important applications of this washing soda. So Na2CO3 10H2O applications we are going to discuss. Washing soda is an essential ingredient for cleaning purpose. Mostly domestic cleaning can be carried by this washing soda. So domestic cleaning detergents and house cleaning devices are composed of this washing soda. Within the name only it is clearly mentioned. Washing soda is mainly used for washing purpose, especially in the domestic process, right? So this washing soda can be employed in the glass industry. So one of the ingredients in order to synthesize this glass, most of the glasses are made up of borosilicates. In that glass synthesis, this washing soda is one of the essential ingredient. And even this washing soda is used as the cleansing agent in paper industry. Whatever impurities present in the pulp and paper manufacturing. So in that case, cleansing purpose, in order to remove all the contaminants present in the paper manufacturing. So in that case also, this washing soda can be employed. And next is about sodium tetraborate. So it is the starting material for the synthesis of sodium tetraborate, which is commercially known as borax. So everybody know borax is an essential insecticide and even used in so many industrial process. It is made up of Na2B4O7. Starting material for the synthesis of borax will be sodium carbonate 10H2O. It can be represented as Na2B4O7 10H2O, otherwise Na2B4O 5OH taken for 8H2O. In any one of the form, we can represent this borax. This borax is the essential material in the industry and found application as an insecticide. So, and this can be synthesized from the starting material, washing soda. So just now we discussed washing soda is an essential domestic cleansing agent. So whatever cleaning agents are available, in that major ingredient will be washing soda only. So sodium carbonate has tendency to kill the pathogens, to remove all kind of disease causing organisms like bacteria, virus, microorganisms, whatever used to grow the diseases. So that's the reason why we can say it is a domestic cleansing agent. And one more important application of this washing soda will be, it used to remove the permanent hardness whichever present in the water, right? So whenever we are using water in the industrial purpose, especially for steam generation, water should be free from all the dissolved salts. Whenever water contains hardness, that able to form the hard stains on that, otherwise hard scales will be generated. In order to avoid that, that should be properly treated. Water should be properly softened. In that softening method, this washing soda is one of the ingredient used as a softening agent in lime soda process. Soda is washing soda, lime is calcium hydroxide. This sodium carbonate is a specific in removing calcium sulfate. Whenever sodium carbonate added to calcium sulfate, there is a formation of calcium carbonate and sodium sulfate is possible. Right? So sodium carbonate is an essential ingredient to remove the hardness which is present in the water, which is not suitable for industrial applications if hardness is there. That's why in that softening, we are applying washing soda as one of the softening agent. Right? So these are the basic applications of washing soda. Washing soda used in glass preparation in industry, paper industry, it is used as a cleansing agent to remove the contaminants whichever present in the paper pulp. And in either is borax manufacturing, it is the essential starting material. In either one is being it is the material to kill the pathogens like bacteria, virus, fungi, algae, protozoans, whatever causing diseases, all those can be destroyed by the addition of this washing soda. Hence, it is a most oftenly used as a domestic cleansing agent. And one more important application will be sodium carbonate used to remove the permanent hardness of water, that is calcium sulfate hardness. So by adding the sodium carbonate, that get precipitated so that we can easily remove by simple filtration and water softening is possible, right? Now let us see why this molecule having water within this and how can we check these molecules are associated with water, right? So for that purpose, we are doing one experiment. The experiment used to, this is the activity which used to find out water of crystallization. Okay, while crystallizing some of the components, some of the compounds are able to accept the water, being those are hygroscopic in nature. Hygroscopic nature stands for the compound which able to accept the water, which able to absorb the water are called hygroscopic in nature, right? Some of the compounds, while their crystallization, they are used to absorb water, and so water will be there in their crystals. So these crystals can be in aqueous or wet state, right? Let us check whether molecules or crystals are associated with such kind of water molecules or not. In order to identify, in order to find out water of crystallization, we are doing one experiment. So we are taking a Bunsen flame and one test tube was taken. In this test tube, we are adding copper sulfate crystals. Sky blue color copper sulfate crystals will be taken in the dry test tube, right? So, and it is directly kept on the Bunsen flame by using test tube holder. So it is not suitable to handle this test tube directly because whatever chemicals we are handling, that is not at all preferable to direct contact. So that's the reason why proper precaution should be taken. So test tube holder is very essential to heat the components upon burner, right? By heating this test tube on the burner, so what happens, you can observe some of the water droplets are depositing on the walls of this test tube. Some of the water droplets are depositing on the walls of this test tube. And what happens, after heating, you have to check the weight. Initially, for example, we are taking 1 gram of this copper sulfate component within this, and after heating again, you have to check the what is the weight of that substance. Here is the clear description. After heating, obviously there is a loss of weight can be observed, because initially when the copper sulfate exists in blue color, that is of copper sulfate 5H2O. Upon heating, that is converted into anhydrous copper sulfate, means 5 water molecules are discarded. Whenever 5 water molecules discarded, weight of initial substance is lost because water is escaped from the system. Hence, we can say it is the anhydrous. Anhydrous means water is not there, absence of water, right? So, whenever 5 water molecules are present along with copper sulfate, it is in sky blue color. Upon heating, water is evaporated so that copper sulfate now turned into white color. White color indicates there is no water present in this. Now, this white color substance added with some extent of water, again we can retain the starting material, that is copper sulfate 5H2O. So what we understood from this experiment? From this experiment, it is very clear that whenever substances of crystals are heated on the flame, so it is noticed that there is a loss in weight is observed and a change in color is also observed. That is purely because of water of crystallization are totally lost. Upon addition of water, retention of initial color is possible. This indicates water is present during the crystallization process. Hence, we can say some of the crystals are wet in nature because of their hygroscopic nature. So, by this we completed sodium carbonate. Let us recollect all the concepts of washing soda, sodium carbonate. Right? So washing soda chemical name will be sodium carbonate decahydrate. It is indicated as Na2CO3 10H2O. It is also a crystalline substance. The starting material for the synthesis of this washing soda will be sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate, upon heating, there is a formation of sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide, and water. Whatever sodium carbonate formed, that can be moistened by 10 moles of water. When 10 moles of water added, there is a formation of sodium carbonate decahydrate, right? So here is the applications. So all various applications which are given for this washing soda, Na2CO3 10H2O mentioned in the screen, right? So it is used in the glass industry, paper industry, we are using washing soda. In order to synthesize borax, washing soda can be utilized. It is working like a cleansing agent in the household purpose, domestic purpose. And in order to remove the hardness present in the water, sodium carbonate is one of the ingredient, water softening agent it is, right? And some of the molecules, whenever they crystallize, they are associated with water. In order to check water content in the crystallization, we are performing one activity. So for that purpose, we are taking Bunsen flame and a test tube filled with small content of copper sulfate crystals, which are in blue color, subjected to heating for longer time. Later, that heated compound directly subjected to weighing. We have to check the difference in the weight before heating and after heating. Obviously, there is a loss of weight will be observed due to the loss of water molecules. And even you can notice the visual change, that is initially it is in blue color. After heating, it turned into white color because blue color component is copper sulfate 5H2O. White color substance is dry copper sulfate. Dry copper sulfate, upon addition of water, it again back turned into blue color copper sulfate 5H2O. By this, you can understand water is associated with some crystalline substances during their crystallization, right? So by that, sodium carbonate in H2O was completed, which is known as washing soda. And the next concept of today's session will be plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is denoted as calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Calcium sulfate half H2O is known as plaster of Paris. Calcium sulfate half H2O is known as plaster of Paris, right? So calcium sulfate half H2O is formed from gypsum. By taking gypsum as a starting material, gypsum is composed of calcium sulfate to water, means calcium sulfate dihydrate is known as gypsum. When this gypsum is subjected to heating at 373 degrees centigrade, how much? 373 degrees centigrade. Now it is turned into copper sulfate hemihydrate and liberating 1/2 molecule of water. Copper sulfate associated with only half molecule of water is known as plaster of Paris. Okay, calcium sulfate half water, right? So this is calcium sulfate hemihydrate. So calcium sulfate hemihydrate can be treated with water so that there is a hard material formed which is called a gypsum. Okay, in this way it is possible. It is possible to convert plaster of Paris into gypsum and gypsum into plaster of Paris. How it will be? By taking gypsum, that means this product can be taken and heated at 373 degrees centigrade so that the powdery form of plaster of Paris will be formed. Chemical name of plaster of Paris will be calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate is denoted as CaSO4 half H2O, right? When this plaster of Paris mixed with water, what happens? That get converted into calcium sulfate dihydrate, which is known as gypsum, right? So in this way, plaster of Paris can be synthesized and back converted into gypsum, right? So now let us see what are the important applications of plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris is calcium sulfate hemihydrate, and it is very essential component in order to immobilize affected part of bone fractures and sprains. So if any accidental fractures are there in the bones, otherwise any sprains are possible in the muscles, in that case when plaster of Paris is applied, what happens? It used to give the artificial strength to the bone, and it used to avoid the mobilization of the bone, so that bone fixing is possible. During bone fixing process, plaster of Paris can be employed in order to avoid that mobilization of bone, so that in bone fixing it can be applied, right? And another application is in order to construct molds and statues. To take the mold, what is the size of that mold, in order to get that to make artificial tooth, artificial any ingredient in order to manufacture. So this plaster of Paris can be used as a mold, right? And another, it is used for the construction of statues and famous buildings also constructed by using this plaster of Paris. And in case of constructional field, so it is applied on the cement in order to give the smooth finishing, and second is high durability and waterproof tendency is also provided, being it is the calcium sulfate hemihydrate. It is also used as a roof decorative item and also used to avoid the heat absorbing tendency and provide the room insulation from the heat. That means a cool tendency will be provided by this plaster of Paris, right? So these are the applications. And one more is some kind of utensils also made up of plaster of Paris, and even Ganesh manufactured from this plaster of Paris. So many applications are there. These are very few applications of plaster of Paris. Let us recall this plaster of Paris one more time. Plaster of Paris is nothing but calcium sulfate hemihydrate. It is manufactured from the starting material gypsum. Gypsum, when subjected to heating at 373 Kelvin, calcium sulfate hemihydrate along with water will be formed. Here, calcium sulfate hemihydrate, that is plaster of Paris, can be added with water so that hard material gypsum will be generated. So that means the reaction will be reversible. These are the applications where bone fixing plaster Paris can be employed in order to avoid the mobilization of bones whenever fractures or sprains are present, right? And next is about construction of statues, construction of architectural buildings. In that case, we can use this plaster Paris, and even molds. So in this case also, we can apply this plaster Paris. It is used to provide the smooth finishing of constructional buildings, and also used to avoid that scratches, and also waterproof tendency is also provided. So, and the roof ceiling also constructed by using plaster Paris, where it give the insulation from the heat. So utensils, some of the utensils also manufactured from plaster Paris. Ganesh idols also manufactured from this plaster of Paris. Now let us see one question, that is, why calcium sulfate hemihydrate, known as plaster Paris? Why this name plaster of Paris was given? So here's answer is given to you. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate is the white color powdery substance. So it having the tendency of strong tendency to quick setting, right? So when water is added, immediately it becomes a solid, and a drying tendency is also possible. Quick setting is possible and is converted into gypsum, right? So since ancient time, we are using this plaster Paris as a material of construction. In so many fields, this plaster Paris can be employed. So first, this plaster Paris is used in the Paris, nearby Paris. It is abundantly available starting material called gypsum. From this gypsum, they manufactured this plaster Paris by heating to 373 Kelvin temperature, so that plaster Paris can be applied in various constructional purposes. That's the reason why, because of abundant availability of gypsum nearby Paris, that's the reason why this is called the plaster of Paris. Okay, soft elastic material which is synthesized from the gypsum, which is available nearby Paris. Hence, we can say this is plaster of Paris, right? So by this, we concluded today's session. Today we discussed about three important components which are the part of acids, bases, and salts. Sodium bicarbonate is the mild base. Sodium carbonate is the strong base. Plaster Paris, calcium sulfate hemihydrate, is the salt which is formed by the mixing of acid and base. These three components were discussed in today's session. Their mode of synthesis and also area of application in various fields all can be covered in today's session. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience listening.